ridiculously complicated world of cats. Boy, cats are complicated, and every cat is like, you know how dogs, like you roll up on a dog, you know that there's just like
they're either
some
good
dog
with you or
shit.
not.
Yeah. And just the difference between dogs, depending on their breed, isn't this huge leap. They all like the same shit if they're cool with you.
Yeah.
Cats, even if they're cool with you, have their own little individual things. Like they have a lot of quirks.
Yeah.
Cats are very quirky.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I was thinking they're really not that complicated. And then I started thinking, it's like, well, they have a lot of different personalities. They say like even the different breeds have a lot of different traits. Like I know dogs do too, but I do feel like cats are either really, really sweet and like friendly and like love up on you and stuff, or they're not, or they act like they are and then they're not.
No, I have had cats that I've thought we were like this, bite the shit out of me or scratch me or just not want me to pet them at a weird time, or like, I mean, every cat has drastic differences from another cat. Dogs do have their differences. Breeds are vastly different and individual dogs are vastly different, but the similarities are abundant.
Yeah.
Cats,
it's hard to
outside
compare
of a
them.
few things, each cat is its own motherfucker, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we have 2 cats, and they are totally different animals.
Different. Well, I mean, look at Sushi in comparison to Launch. Launch is this big hairy beast, and
street cat.
Yeah, Sushi kind of looks like Gollum to a certain degree. Like, you know, you can see Shorty right here in the back. That's our main man right there.
Shorty.
He's a good boy, but cats are, I think it's part of the allure. Their complexity is part of why it's fun to interact with them and be around them. Like, they're not as simple, and they're kind of like on their own terms. Like, isn't it true that they're not really domesticated?
They're not domesticated.
So
Technically.
they're on their own fucking program.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Which I think is neat. I have always been a dog person, but I've always said that, like, I'm really cool with cats too. I like cats. I don't necessarily like every cat, same with dogs, but I do like, when you've got a good cat, they're fucking great pets.
I think that from now on, I will probably always have a cat, but like me 5 years ago, I thought I hated cats. And I love all animals. I say that, and there was this one time where I drunkenly picked up a stray cat.
Oh my God, dude.
Had, like,
Nikki became like the evangelical
disgusting
savior of felines. She was blackout drunk, like claiming, you know, it was a message from God that we had to save this cat. I was like, woman, which brings me to another point. Often females are compared to cats in their trait. Well, like, men are called dogs and women are compared to cats, and I think that that's kind of fair.
Oh, I didn't even realize I was wearing this shirt today.
A kitty on your titties. Yeah.
I would,
Do you not see the kind of
like,
comparisons
you're
there?
a golden retriever and I'm like a mean black
Yeah.
cat. Yeah.
And I will hump your leg, and you will just like rub against me when you want food or attention. You know, like, it's kind of how that works.
Oh, good God.
Catch you at the wrong time, you might get swatted.
Yeah, you know. Get swat at you. You know.
You may walk in the room, I'm humping a blanket. You know, you never know, you never know what's gonna happen. But yeah, so our good friend, and constant informer of things we may not want to know about the animal kingdom, Casual Geographic has this video, The Ridiculously Complicated World of Cats. And we've been sleeping on it for a minute, so it's time to get to it.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Video was brought to you by Pure Spite.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Is that a...
Don't be
Yeah.
suspicious.
On
a scale from 1 to 10, my friend.
Oh,
This
no.
video exists for one reason, and it's because of an argument I got into with one of my friends. And even though we technically settled it in the end, I'm still tight it even got to that point. And if this dress proved
far.
anything, it's that even the most intelligent forms of life in the world, or even the universe, can have the stupidest hills to die on. So because of that, and because of a certain comment I'm really tired of getting, I decided to take a 2-for-1 special on birds, with the one being a stone, and by stone, I of course mean YouTube video. But first, a word from our there's no sponsors, but can we just agree that this thing is obviously white and gold? Like, y'all really be
That's
lying
what I think.
unprovoked for no reason.
That's blue and black.
That is gold and
Get the
white.
and speaking of color
Hold
causing
on, hold on, hold on,
controversy,
hold
no
on.
racial-
No. Wait a minute. This is a thing? Like, there's an argument about this?
I've never seen this.
This is blue and black.
Blue and black.
I see black
You've never
stripes
seen this?
and blue.
Yeah, no, I don't see that at all.
What?
I don't see that at all.
Are you fucking
That
serious?
is white and gold, like yellow gold. The top color is
Yeah.
gold,
I
and
see,
the next section is white.
I see gold sparkles, like section, like this section with the mouse. See right here?
Yeah, that's
I see
gold.
some gold in there, but this is all black.
At the main
up
top,
until
there's a
this point.
shadow.
No, this is black. This is all black.
That's gold.
This is black, and this
That's
is
gold.
blue.
That's white.
Are you fucking serious?
I swear to God on my life,
What color is that light?
that's blue.
What the fuck is
It's
this,
like
dude? Like,
an
it's not even the
illusion
point of the video, and it's
You
tripping me
didn't
the
know-
fuck out. No!
You've never. This was a huge
No.
debate. Like,
No, okay. This is going to
7
be
years
completely
ago?
out of context, okay? This is completely out of context, but I've had a theory forever.
oh, I already
That-
know this. I knew somebody
that-
who said this.
People see colors, and we agree that the same color, like I'm looking at this color,
Like you're
and
taught
we agree that this is red.
That purple is purple.
But what I see as red,
It's not
you
the
might
same.
see as green or yellow. But because we're both looking at the same thing and saying that is red,
and you can't really say, like, the first time somebody said this to me, I was like it fucking blew my mind. Because I
Right.
was like, no, wait, but like the sky is blue. And they were like, yeah,
Yes,
but blue is blue. And
what
maybe
I
my blue,
see and what you see, we both agree is blue.
except for this,
But
it's not.
No. But I'm saying see you're complicating it here. I'm trying to get like a basic explanation of this. We both look at an object. It is a color,
Purple
right?
crown.
and we both
Crayon.
say,
I shouldn't have said
"See,
this
you're
on the internet.
overcomplicating it." We both see an object. It is a color. I look at it, you look at it, and we say it is blue. But what you actually see through your eyeballs could be a completely different color than what I see. But we both look at it and know its label, and that is blue to us. So your blue might be yellow to me, and my blue is what you would consider yellow. But I see
feel
it
like
as
there
blue.
has to be tests.
I mean, I don't know. I don't. It's just a thought that I've
Right.
had.
Yeah.
Maybe due to the marijuanas, but
I've known someone else who has said that before.
yeah. But this is fucked up because I see blue and black.
I'm trying to like squint and say, like, I just don't. I see gold,
That is
bright
a
gold,
trip.
and white.
That is absolutely
Like, what
a
color
trip.
is that top right, like satiny thing?
Top right satiny thing.
Yeah, the material around
Where?
the dress.
Here.
Yeah,
This.
Yeah.
Is blue.
you're on crack.
This is blue, Yeah.
That is white.
dude. Why did he do this? This is bullshit.
I can't believe you've never seen
No.
this. This was a huge Facebook
No.
debate for people.
I was probably too busy yelling about other stuff on Facebook
Anyway,
at that point.
let's
in time.
go.
Anyway, let's get into the rest of the video. Let us know down in the comments. I'm interested
and white.
in what colors you
gold and
see in
white.
this. Tell me I'm right.
Team Nikki.
Right? No. But be honest. Seriously, I'm interested.
Black Panthers aren't real. They don't exist.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've
very
heard about
nearly
this.
lost a close friend because of it. Melanism's a mutation that causes the production of melanin to go into overdrive, leading to basically a real-life Shadow clone shiny Pokemon. A Black Panther is really just a leopard or jaguar with the same revitiligo Uncle Ruckus got. And because the gene
Poor
that
Uncle
causes it
Ruckus.
is dominant in one cat but recessive in the other, most Black Panthers are just jaguars with extra tint. That's how a funeral colorway cat can birth a black and yellow remix,
So
and
cute.
vice versa. So Black Panther isn't really an animal, it's a description. It's a panther that's black. And I wish it ended there, but if it did, this video wouldn't exist. Because this is a Black Panther. But this is also a Black Panther. And wouldn't you know,
Wow.
there goes a Blue Panther. Since Black Panther just describes a mutation, black ain't the only color on the Panther palette. Leucism is like the sun-bleached cousin
Whoa.
of melanism. So even though it sounds like a colonizer
They're Super
response to
Saiyans.
Wakanda, you can call both of these White Panthers. The Maltese tiger is an alleged variant of the
Wow.
South China variety.
It's
It's not for
beautiful.
sure that they exist, but if they do, they technically be Blue Panthers.
Yeah.
By now, I'm guessing at least one person's commented, what about the Pink Panther?
It's golden
About that,
and white.
erythrism is the redheaded middle child of mutations, and
What?
one of the results of it is the ultra-rare strawberry-flavored leopard, or one could say, a pink panther. I can go on, but you see what I'm getting at, right? And at this point, you're probably asking, what even is a panther? The answer, well, the simplest
All of
one is
them?
that panther is just another word for big cat. It'd be simple if it wasn't for one big, pun intended, problem. Here we have two cats. Cat A is an average of 130 to 140 pounds, stands 2 to 3 feet tall at the shoulders, and they max at
Terrifying.
about, let's say, 220. The average cat B weighs in at a little over 100 pounds on a good day, just over 2 feet tall, and the biggest ones you'll ever see are pushing 120. But since the
Still.
world of cats is honestly as defiant as they are, only one of these is a big cat. And it's not Cat A. And now you're probably questioning what big cat even means. And I'm so glad you asked, because
Why?
now we get to meet him. The Big Cat Club is made of the Panthera, or, the panther genus.
Okay.
There's technically 5 members, and the first is the leopard. The leopard is the pound-for-pound champion of big cats. And what would happen if Spider-Man changed careers and paid rent as a hit? You
Damn!
won't find 5 animals
Ooh.
more disrespectfully athletic than the leopard. There's not
Holy.
a single situation where a 360 backflip no-scope is required to murk a monkey. But that's just leopards. They're by far the best climbers of big cats. And to avoid getting food taxed by lions and hyenas, they'll manhandle their prey up into the trees off the muscle, straight jaw work. No gym, but look at that deadlift, and yeah, that is a rhino. Yeah, that is a giraffe. Leopards can also stalk their prey from the trees and fall out the sky for smoke like Batman about to cripple a
Hell
jaywalker.
no.
This assault squirrel on steroids is the reason why a sign like this even exists.
Ugh.
Not just because an Olympic gymnast level serial killer can get airdropped to the back of your neck, but also because you can legitimately get life deprived by a leopard's leftovers. Leopards are by far the most versatile big cat, which is why they have the widest range. Just don't let Baboon Gang know, because that beef is anything but rare. Next are snow leopards, and this is going to be the beginning of many cat contradictions. Snow leopards aren't even leopards.
What?
Technically, Tai Lung would have been closer to tigress, and that's a shame, because missing out on the name cliff tiger is a fumble. It's
Yeah.
a scientifically proven fact that cats
Damn,
are
I see
whores
it
for
now.
elevated surfaces. So the mountain tiger lives in God's attic in the Himalayas. So it's a good thing they either have 0 fall damage or anime plot armor stronger than vibranium. Yeah, he survived this. It also gets cold up there, so the same tail they use for balance can also be used as a DIY scarf. I encourage you to go down the rabbit hole of snow leopards using their tails as security blankets. It'll make you feel as warm as they do. They've been nicknamed Ghost of the Mountains due to how far they've gone to
Good.
social distance
Oh
from
my
humanity.
gosh.
But with how dirty we've done their closest cousin, I don't blame them. The actual tiger is like the Chuck Norris of cats because some of the facts about them,
Shit.
you'd swear they were a cryptid if they weren't on camera. Facts like their legs being so built, tigers can stand even after they fully pass tense. Or that the infrasound in their roar can temporarily paralyze prey. How about the fact that they're one of the most vengeful things on the planet, with one tiger crossing off 436 names off the census after she got crossed by one? How about the fact that the reason tigers are orange in the first place is because the animals on their grocery list are completely Helen Keller to the color? Meaning, if you're a deer, this is what
Really?
the biggest cat in the world looks like.
Holy
It's also why a
shit.
tiger's stripes run skin deep. And out of all cats, tigers have by far the highest human body count. And that's mostly because of how close they live to humans. And I don't just mean in India. There's more tigers in America than in the rest of the world combined.
Oh.
This one's in Houston, but we've also screwed them more than any other cat. Most
They're
white
so
tigers are
beautiful.
literally a product of incest for human interest. Then you got
take
probably the
that
most
one
famous
back.
big cat of all, the lion. They're the only ones that weaponize the power of friendship, which is why lions have the most impressive meal plan of any cat. Anything short of a full-grown elephant can get packed up by the pride. Not even elephants in general get immunity. But going for the high-risk, high-reward prey means lions also get bodied religiously. Not just
God.
in Detroit. Arguably the biggest danger to
Oh.
a lion
Oh, I
is
don't
their
like
own
it.
ambition. But together, probably nothing's more impressive and makes you want to
Please, no.
evacuate your bowels more than a pride of lions. And even with Hollywood dubbing over their roar with the tigers, it's because a lion's roar is designed to be heard and tell anyone within a 5-mile radius that if they plan to f around, Best make time to find out. And lastly is my personal favorite of the cats, the jaguar. Easily the one-punch man of meat eaters.
Terrifying.
Thanks to the pound-for-pound strongest jaws on a cat, and also their habit of taking Thanos' advice and going for the head. The end game there is a cousin of the crocodile getting its wig busted by an all-terrain aquatic vice grip. It takes a lot to make a capybara feel anything that isn't apathy. Jaguars are also OP enough to hit a lick on a sea turtle. I don't know if this makes sense, but jaguars are the tiger sharks of big cats. Their name translates to he who kills with one leap. Because when this leopard on steroids gets active, the census undergoes subtractions. And I don't want to gloss over the fact that they're also the best swimmers of big cats.
Look at this shit.
Although the Bengal tiger would probably like to have a word. Jaguars will often chew on yaji vines and get absolutely obliterated.
I've seen this, yeah.
That has nothing to do with this video, but it's by far my favorite fact about them. So those are the 5 members of the Panthera genus, which makes them all panthers. Whole time, Jacksonville and Carolina flex the same mascot, which means any one of these cats being black would make it a Black Panther. Yes, even this. Now you might think that's where it ends, but call me Billy Mays, because wait, there's more. Remember this? Well, Cat B is a male snow leopard, and Cat A is a mountain lion. The cat world is really just a bunch of rules and cats that break the rules, because not only is a cat bigger than a big cat, somehow not a big cat, the cat 99% of people, including Google, think of when they hear panther, isn't actually a panther. What the fuck? Well, as mentioned, cougars don't sit at the big cat lunch table, and it has nothing to do with weight class. Most experts agree that the defining trait of a big cat is a modified bone in the throat called the hyoid that gives the cat the ability to roar. So the rule of thumb is, if it roars, it's a big cat, and if it purrs, it's a little cat. Big quotes on the little. Now I gotta immediately break that rule, because snow leopards, the big cat that's already on thin ice for not even being a leopard, also can't roar. What the actually, it's gonna get old if I keep doing this, so you know what? I'm just gonna use Soldier Boy. Instead, they sound like if Lion King showed Simba's awkward teen phase. So recap, with cats, there's big cats and little cats, or more specifically, panthers and felines. Panthers from the Panthera genus and felines from the Felinae subfamily. You see, now I always thought feline referred to anything cat, but by this logic, lions, tigers, and the rest of the big cats technically aren't felines. So any cat's either gonna be a big cat pushing P, P being panther, or a little cat from family feline. And now I gotta break that rule, cause this cat isn't either. The clouded leopard isn't a big cat or a little cat. You're probably gonna ask, well, do they roar or purr? No.
It's kind of like they laugh at you.
And they're considered the bridge between big cats and not big cats.
So cute.
They're also considered a modern day saber tooth. Not literally, but because of having the most disrespectful dental of any cat relative to size. Speaking of size, I grew up thinking they were way bigger, but that's honestly because the first time I heard of one, it was trying to murk the Rugrats. Also, the clouded leopard isn't an actual leopard, and we can hold a Soldier Boy because at this point we ain't even surprised. But yeah, other than them, cats are either big cats or not big cats. Which brings us to the cougar, who, despite being the most associated with the name, isn't even a type of panther. They're actually more related to your pet cat than to an actual lion.
Really?
The confusion is because mountain lions can be found anywhere from the Yukon to the very tip of South America. Being found in a lot of places means they've gotten a lot of names like puma, cougar. Yeah, I've never heard of catamount, but also panther. I mean, think about it. They're called mountain lions, but share area codes with jaguars. And also, they don't roar. Instead, they sound like a woman becoming a notch on Ted
That's what I was
Bundy's
gonna
belt.
say.
Basically, cougars
Yeah.
prove that
Hell
you might be
no.
a big cat, but you're not a big cat. This roided up identity crisis might go by many names, but they catamount to a panther. And now that we've addressed that, we can address the second reason I'm making this video.
Oh, the comment. Do your research.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Who said that?
am
Where?
weary.
In the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, cheetahs aren't big cats, and not only is it Avengers level conflict in my comments whenever I say
Dumbasses.
otherwise, this was another argument me and my friends got into. But cheetahs are in subfamily Felinae, which makes them felines, which makes them not big cats. Also, they can't roar. The best they can do is arouse a party of birdwatchers. Now you see why cheetahs get religiously bullied. It's basically an overgrown house cat competing with units. I've always said that the cheetah's biggest downfall was investing everything into speed, but honestly, evolving to run away from their problems was the best they
Whoa,
could do.
no
I love
way.
cheetahs, but it's clear they took the cut way too far. Like I said, if you can get victimized by vultures, you messed up. In their defense, male cheetahs will form coalitions to tackle life head on, but cheetahs are still the most underappreciated single moms in nature. There's a lot more other little cats, and some you've
Look
never
at
heard
it.
of. Like, you want to know what's the closest relative of the mountain lion? You'll never guess it. Here's an ad while you guess it.
Sheeple?
It's the jaguarundi. So the cat named after a jaguar is most related to a cat named after a lion, even though neither of them are related to either of those.
I don't know.
Its name means dark jaguar, even though it looks like a UFO. Unidentified feline otter, which is actually
Feline
another
otter.
name they have, and they do not look happy about it. But nothing has more of an attitude aesthetic than Palace's cat.
Oh!
A cat that looks like the furry epitome
Damn.
of shit ain't funny. But if nature wanted me to take them seriously,
What
it
the
shouldn't have had them
fuck?
built like an ice
look
chilled
like
glacial
the snow
Garfield.
monkeys.
Like snow leopards, they'll also use their tails to stay warm. Except with the Palace, that means standing on their tails to keep their paws toasty. You're not beating the adorable allegations, buddy. Now, they're still wild animals, so no, you can't have them as a pet. Or, I guess anything can be a pet until it
No.
rips your face off. But if it means anything, you can adopt a Siberian forest cat.
Yeah.
Because it's honestly the closest you're gonna get. But yeah, that's the aggro kitty. To be fair, you'd be pissed 7 ways to Sunday if you Googled ugly-eared cat and your face came up.
Yeah.
Now we've got the bobcat, and I'm gonna be honest, I could never really tell the difference between them and a lynx. But it turns out this whole time, a bobcat is a lynx. Or at least a type of it. The lynx is a cat with many faces, with 4 species of them in circulation. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here.
There's a lot of
The
bobcats
Canada
around
lynx is
here.
the most memorable, if for no reason, but the fact that they remind me of that one Proud Family episode. And the only thing goofier than their paws is how they settle disputes. And the lynx of the desert would have to be the caracal. Caracal. Or you might know him by his stage name, Floppa. Their defining
Floppa.
trait is being one of the few creatures alive
Wow.
with an ear mullet. I say few because a river pig stole their entire flow. I can't really tell you for sure, but many believe that they use these ear tufts to catfish birds by pretending to be insects. Others say twitching the tufts is how caracals talk to each other. Also, they have what's scientifically known as stupid bounce. They're a popular
Wow.
pet, which I don't really get because every video I see looks like a cat prepared to catch a charge. Turns out hissing is just how they communicate. They can hiss at you and be perfectly happy like only nature's tsundere can. A close cousin of the caracal is the serval, and for them, all I gotta say is gravity is pretty much an option, especially since a bunch of their calories come from life-retiring birds.
Ooh,
Pogo
damn.
can launch itself 13 feet, and if you're like me with no concept of distance, here's another video. Stupid, right? So we have cats in jungles, cats in deserts, cats in mountains, and now cats in air. So what's next? Like cats in water?
Yes.
This is a fishing cat, not to be confused with the fisher cat, which, wouldn't you know, isn't even a cat.
I love that.
It's pretty
Huh?
obvious where the fishing cat got its name, and it's one of the few cats that will 100% run your fade in water. And now we got the cats that you could put in a pet store and nobody would even blink. And this is the smallest cat of all, with the rusty spotted cat able to sleep comfortably in your hand. And yeah, that's not a kitten.
What?
That's a grown man with bills to pay. Not much bigger is the Blackfoot, aka the deadliest cat on the planet. They have the highest hunting success rate of any cat at 60%. And
Holy
while
shit.
hunting, they'll catch a body pretty much every hour on the hour just to stay alive. And they're the reason I could never be a
my
cameraman.
God.
No shot I could see this and be expected to be professional. Ain't no way. Yeah, looking real fierce, buddy. My timbers are shivered. Same thing with Joffrey's cat, a vicious, cold-blooded predator that only weighs at most 10 pounds. And at this point, you're probably wondering just how many cats are in South America. Well, here's 3 more. The cod, the margay, and the ocelot. I put them together because they look
Aw.
like 3 stages of the
Ocelot.
same Pokemon. And here
Yeah.
you have the Andean mountain cat, which is endangered of being too damn adorable. Aw. Nah, but like for real, they are dying though. Speaking of which, we got the cats that are so rare, there's barely any videos of them I could use. There's the Borneo Bay cat, or
I don't
just
like
Bay
that
cat
one.
for short. The marbled cat. Another one who could have lived anywhere, but instead chose the foothill forests of the Himalayas. We got the elusive Asian golden cat, and of course, the African golden cat. Can you tell I'm running out of things to say? There's just that many cats, and you can see exactly where we got tired of naming them. For example, this is a wild cat. Yeah, that's their name, because when a naming guy rage quits and you're left with his intern, this is the quality of work you get. This is a sand cat. It's like a feline fennec fox that runs fades with venomous snakes for fun. 2 out of 10 name, but at least they live in the sand. This is a jungle cat. Guess where they don't live? I'm not even gonna put the soldier boy this time. Are y'all trying to piss me off? Yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Not because I named every type of cat. There's like 40 of them. I'm just cutting it now. But yeah, this video was kind of just an excuse for me to talk about the cats of the world, so consider it a late Christmas gift. Friendly reminder that I am selling a calendar, link in description if you're interested. But anyway, make sure you drink water, cherish your loved ones. Thank you for the support in 2023, like for real. Shout out to my friends for inspiring and irritating me at the same time, and I'ma see y'all in the next year.
Oh. Get out of my yard.
It looks like an old man, like a little old man.
Wait.
Oh.
That was great.
You give me Tutti.
I'm so confused. Huh?
Give me Tutti.
Sushi. He's slumped right now.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, he's big time sleepy.
Okay.
Our cat is like right over my shoulder asleep in a blanket right now. One of our cats. The other one's actually in our bed asleep right now. Because you know why?
Right here.
Because we're not there.
Cats. So I had always heard, like my dad told me, if you hear what sounds like a woman screaming in the woods, I was like, go help her. He's like, no, it's not a woman. I was like, what? He was like, it is a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Because there are mountain lions here.
And bobcats.
And
those are our
bobcats.
cats.
One time, my dad kept the trash in the back of his truck because the next day was trash day. So he was rounding up all the trash to put it out in the morning. So he got it from his house. He went to work, which is not far from his house, and he was rounding up all the trash to put in his truck from his job. So at the end of the night, it was really dark, and he was getting in his truck, and he could hear something rummaging around in the back of his truck bed. It was a bobcat.
Oh, God.
It was a bobcat.
Yeah.
But it, I guess it got spooked and it ran away.
Run.
But it could have lit his ass up.
Yes.
That would have been, that's like very close. That is a close encounter of animals that, he lives in the middle of the woods, in the mountains. Black bears have been in the front yard.
Oh, bears are all the time at my parents' house. Like, they had to chain down and electrify their trash can.
I didn't know that.
No shit. My dad booby-trapped the trash can with electricity to keep the bears from getting into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes, he is. But, like, he got so irritated with the bears.
Because they just kept getting in the trash.
I ran into that bear downtown on a walk at night. Yeah. Like, holy shit. But, yeah, my grandmother one time, I lived for a certain period of time when I was a kid with my grandmother, and I had cousins that were always there, too. And we would just play outside, and we had, like, a forest area, tons of forests, and big amount of property that my grandmother had. And we just ran wild. Like, whatever, no big deal. Yeah. I mean, there was tons of shit there that should have been a big deal, but it just seemed like people didn't give a fuck back in the early 90s as much as they do now.
And we didn't have a cell phone to call it. Like,
no.
I almost broke my hip once playing in the woods.
And I was like 5.
Walk it off. You'll be fine.
I was like 5, And my other cousin was a little bit younger than me. So we were running around, and we kept hearing what sounded like the neighbors down the road who would argue this man and this woman would get in these horrible fights, and they'd just be screaming or whatever. So we thought one day, this son of a bitch, he's killing her. Yeah, she's...
Oh, no.
And we were like, what the fuck is going on? And then, after it happened 3 or 4 times, my grandmother came running around the house.
Yeah.
Get in the house,
Yeah.
Because it was like, we thought right down at the bottom of the hill, but it was really just right there in the woods. There was a mountain lion.
And it was telling y'all, get the fuck back.
And we didn't know, because we were out there fighting with our little lightsabers or whatever, like maybe it was sticks, who knows. We found some way to injure each other constantly, but
sticks that were pretend lightsabers.
Throwing rocks at each other and sticks, just beat the hell out of each other. But yeah, there was a mountain lion, and it sounded like I couldn't.
I've
tell
never
you.
heard one.
The only thing I can tell you is that it sounds like a woman screaming.
Yeah.
Because that's what we thought. Hell, even then, I was like, that wasn't no fucking mountain
I've
lion.
never heard one.
You know?
But I've always heard, like, that there were black panthers
Oh, yeah.
in our woods, because I had a teacher who was weird. Like, she was my math teacher and my science teacher, but you would think that she would have known the difference. Mm-hmm. But she said that she saw a black panther.
Well, when there are mountain lions, I guess there are panthers.
Right, but she should have taught me the difference.
It's the same thing.
But I guess she didn't know. Because,
well,
I mean, I didn't know until we started watching these.
I did.
Because he said it in another video. I didn't.
Now we do.
Yeah.
Casual Geographic once again bringing out an awesome video to teach us about things and stuff. This time it wasn't too brutal. You know, there was the hippo
And it really
thing,
wasn't
but
about, like, their... Oh, yeah, the hippo was so sad. It wasn't really about, like, their characteristics of, like, different personalities and, like, breeds and stuff. One thing that I really have learned, honestly, through him is that cheetahs really aren't, like, the hype that I thought that they were.
Well, they're definitely fast
They're
as fuck.
fast, but, like, they don't have a lot of endurance. So, like, when I was a kid, I thought, like, if I could be any animal, like, I would be a cheetah. Like, 100%.
No, I think they have endurance.
I thought that he said on another video, like, he was, like, saying something about how they were just, like, kind of goofy and they missed their food a lot.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they can't haul ass for a little while.
They can haul ass, but not for a long time.
Huh. Anyway.
I could be wrong. Let me know.
I will be damned if I underrate the capabilities of any cat.
Yeah.
Cheetah or not.
I think he was just saying, like, in the grand scheme of, like, all big cats,
Right.
it was like, meh.
There's not a cat on this planet probably that couldn't fuck you up to, you know, a point where it would be not fun.
Little baby cats.
But isn't it crazy that if you tried to grab one, it would tear you up? You would still try, wouldn't you?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out and checking this awesome Casual Geographic video out with us. And we will see you in the next one.
See you guys.
Bye.